Dude, I can't even pressure her when she's in burnout. She could just jump for free. Oh, that's great. Punish counter, level 3. Yup, that's it. Yo, what is up everyone? This is Joey at Joey Central here. We have survived the fraud allegations of part 1 and now we are pushing even deeper into the road of master. If you are enjoying the Alex content, be sure to flash chop that like button and subscribe so you don't miss the rank up. I am curious though, who is the one character that always seems to stand in your way when you are pushing any character to master? Be sure to leave a comment down below while we head into this first set. So the biggest problem that I have when I was in the early diamond ranks was still my over-reliance on heavies. So I do a little bit of a better job at converting damage when I land a charge heavy compared to my placement matches. But in instances like this one right here, I probably could have done a OD power bomb to get a side switch, and then of course we got that right there where, you know, a lot of the combos are kind of just unrefined and they don't really lead to any actual setups, and that's kind of the problem I've had in the very beginning, was that I didn't really have optimal combos. And I also wasn't using my mediums and lights as much as I should. I also wasn't drive rush canceling either, because Alex's crouch medium punch has a lot of range. Like this guy was able to get a side switch SPV conversion without even spending drive gauge, which was really nice. And I was not really able to do that. Every time I get that, I would always do the back heavy and back medium kick, which is really good if you're out of range, but when you're not sure about the range, when you just want the guaranteed conversion. But like, there were moments where I lost out on damage for that. So I think that just comes from lack of familiarity. Like, you could just see this Alex is a lot more comfortable with the character than I am. He's doing like drive rush cancels, he's doing light hit string and block strings, and I'm just throwing out heavies out in neutral. So that's one of the biggest problems that I'm gonna be having throughout my climb in Diamond 1. Now, everything's not all bad. There are some opponents who don't catch on to my gimmicks and I end up beating them with it. But for those who do understand this matchup and understand the character a little bit, that know how to use his other buttons, I end up struggling quite a bit, as you can see in this Alex match right here. Alright, so I generally don't show full matches or full sets with opponents, but something really funny happens with this Akuma at near the end of the second match. So you guys will just have to wait and find out what happens, or you're probably just gonna go ahead and skip towards that point. And I guess I'll leave the timestamp up ahead if you don't want to watch this match. But anyways, as you can see right here, things are not really going my way right now. This Akuma's kind of just going crazy here. He's just mashing the buttons. And yeah, as you can see, this Akuma, he's probably pissed right here. He's probably been fighting nothing but Alex's all day, so I kind of understand how he's feeling. But as you can see, I'm not converting any damage. And as you can see right there, I actually got the hit on my heavy flash chop, and I'm not taking advantage of his stand heavy camp. If I just crouch that shit, I could basically get like a punish counter from it. But as you can see, I do know combos. And as you can see, we take the first match. Now something really funny happens afterwards. I don't know why he hit rematch, but and you'll find out why. But as you can see, I did not convert right there. Just going back to heavy. I realized at this point he's just gonna be spamming heavy kicks, so I just need to stay crouched and punish that. As you can see, that's what I do. SPD, he tries to drive impact, but my SPD beats that. I wasn't crouching, so I got hit. So he's plus right there. Alright, so, and this is when he rage quits. So, yeah, that's my first rage quit with Alex right there. I made somebody rage quit, which is kind of funny. That's pretty much all I wanted to show. Okay, so just in case I don't make this very clear, I hate Lily. I freaking hate this character a lot. And with Alex, that hate is exasperated even more. So in case you guys are not aware of the patch notes, Lily got a buff. She got a buff to the point where she can basically dive kick 2 times. So she jumps, usually it used to be just 1 time, but now they made it so she could do it 2 times. So that basically means that if you go in to try to punish her for doing something unsafe, guess what? She surprises you with a second dive kick and you end up like that. That's what she does now. And it's very, very annoying to deal with. As if this character wasn't stupid enough, they made her even stupider. And what's worse with Alex is that Alex is slow. At least when I used to play my other characters, they would actually be able, they have either fast walk speed or fast drive rush speed. So I'd be able to drive rush at her very easily. But now, I can't really do anything. So I don't know what to do in this situation, so I just went for a DP. Is there a more optimal punish? I'm sure there is, but unfortunately I did not really research that issue all that well. Now I don't know how I mess up here, because she is okay, I think I know how. And then that's when yep, there you go. That's I know this all really well, and I'm sure you guys know this clip as well. That was part of the introduction for this video. And now I'm in one-shot territory. I have no drive gauge, she has drive gauge, and yeah, I'm kind of just screwed here. And then after that, she just leaves, because it's a typical Lily player. So this matchup right here, and the matchup against Marissa, are the 2 matchups that made me come to the realization that I need to incorporate more than just heavies into my neutral game. Because with Zangief, he has a charged heavy punch, but unlike Alex's charged heavy punch, he gets armor. So whenever there's a trade, it goes in his favor. Like Zangief's heavies can actually trade, Alex's cannot. So I need to basically use faster buttons, and the problem is whenever I use faster buttons, I don't really know how to convert them into like combos, basically. As you can see, I did a good job at converting that, which I'm happy about. So as you can see, I knew he was going to try to go for a charge heavy. That's why I did a DI right there, and it worked in my favor. But now I'm going to be doing a lot of unsafe things, or I'm not going to be. As you can see, I'm still using slow buttons. I'm not really trying to anti-air using my Prowler stance buttons either, which isn't that good. So that's kind of an issue. So as you can see right there, okay, so as you can see, I'm actually already improving right here. I'm already doing things like I just converted that. I'm also using I'm also doing hyper bombs now, instead of just like doing back medium kick. I got caught by an SPD, and unlike Alex's SPDs, Alex has really short range on his SPDs, and it doesn't have the same vacuum effect that Zangief has when he does his SPDs. And right here, he's using faster buttons in neutral now to beat my heavies, so he's basically doing things I should have done. I didn't react to that accordingly, and I took damage. Now here I get him in the corner, which is nice. Problem is I don't capitalize on that. So I'm not really capitalizing. I'm not doing any real setups here. I messed up right there. That's when I'm still trying to get familiarity with Alex's SPD range. No anti-airs, and yeah, as you can see, I'm relying a lot. As you can see, I messed up right there because I tried to anti-air him, but I got level 1 super, and I actually have this problem a lot. When I try to anti-air or DP with Alex, I get a super and then I lose right there. So I don't know if this is just CFN giving me pity and feeding me a Platinum 5 for my rank up, but this is basically my rank up match against a Platinum 5 Ryu. He doesn't really know the Alex matchup, as you can see, and I don't know how to convert from that either, so that's something that I end up working on. Just like how I was able to, now I can actually do hyper bombs now when I get a conversion, whereas before I was just autopiloting back medium kick. So as you can see, I'm already evolving, except when I missed my punish right there. But I don't miss that. So right here, we're already evolving right now as we're ready to break into Diamond 2. But after we're done with this matchup, we hit Diamond 2. And as you can see, I also anti-aired with the medium punch and Prowler stance, which is very nice. It's always something I need to do more often. But after we hit Diamond 2, there's going to be some things we're going to have to do to level up, because as you can see, we're still relying quite a bit on heavies, and that's something we're going to have to work on. And also, our punish for drive impact is still not exactly the most optimal, but refinement is a process. It doesn't happen overnight. But with that said, we hit Diamond 2, so I'm going to show you guys some things that I'm going to be working on. So there are two things I kind of want to show here that I picked up and started implementing to help me get to master. One of the things I started incorporating is crouching medium punch. Crouching medium punch is a much faster button than the heavies, and it has a long range too. And unlike the other pokes that I have, like roll forward, which is not special cancelable, crouching medium punch is special cancelable, meaning I can drive rush cancel from there. And depending on the range that I'm at, I can get two different combo routes. One of the combo routes is low forward, drive rush, into back medium kick, into crouching heavy punch, and then from there I can go into Prowler stance, and then do the light punch into heavy punch, into heavy DP, which is the go-to if you're at the ideal range. The problem is you're not always going to be at that range, and then you're going to end up whiffing. So there's other combos that you could do as well. If you're close enough to do crouching heavy punch, you could do that into prowler stance, light punch, and then you could do heavy punch. Heavy kick immediately into from prowler stance, and then you still stay in prowler stance, and then you can get something else from there. But I don't end up doing that on my road to master. The other thing you could do as well is you could do like two medium punches into from drive rush cancel into that target combo heavy punch, and then you immediately go into prowler stance from there, and then you can continue your pressure. So that's one thing that that I can do. And the other thing I wanted to do as well is I want to work on my setups from different positions. So when I get a heavy DP, I'm at plus 29. And there's two options I can do. One of the options is I can go into prowler stance, into forward light punch. That should beat most wake up options that they have. So if they wake up mashing jab, I should be able to be in their face. I should be able to beat that. And if it's a counter hit, I can get a follow-up DP, which then I can continue my pressure. There are other options that you can do as well from here, but I don't really incorporate much else, at least not as far as a reliable Oki is concerned. If I feel like they're going to reversal, I will probably just try to bait it out using like a little bunny hop from prowler stance, or I'll try to use the medium kick to kind of go over their head to try to make their whipped supers miss if it ends up hitting the bunny hop anyways, like Cammy's level 3 super. But generally speaking, I don't really have much Oki setups right at the moment. I just needed something to help me get to Master. Once I'm doing Master rank, this is when I'll start exploring more wake-up options, but right now I just need to have one. Another one I want to talk about as well is the setup I get when I am landing the medium kick from prowler stance, because that's a knockdown that makes you plus 28. So there's two options I have from there. One, I could dash forward and just do a medium command throw. That is a 7 frame startup, and it should beat their wake up mash jab. The second option is dash up into back the medium kick, which is +1 on block, so even if they block it, it's still my turn. And then from there, I can just do a light attack to try to beat out their jab if they try to challenge that. And then if I get a counter hit, I can then go into medium punch, into heavy punch target combo, and from there, I can continue trying to mix them up. So overall, those are the two main setups that I have throughout my road to Master. It's not much, but when I try to push through Master rank, I will go ahead and increase the arsenal even more. But for now, that's pretty much all I really am going to be working with. So without further ado, I'm going to show you the rest of my ranked sessions. Okay, now that we went in the lab and we learned some new combos and new setups, it's time that we bring it into our matches. And right now we are in near the end of Diamond 2, and we're pushing towards Diamond 3. And as you can see from this footage here, a lot of what I showed you guys is what I've been implementing when I ended up going to these matches. And I feel like just having very basic setups is what allowed me to progress and get me through these matches. So, you know, there's not really much more to be said with regard to these matches. A lot of it's just fundamentals and being able to convert, just do basic conversions and everything. But overall, I would have to say that these the rest of these matches were quite successful. So Cammy is a pretty tough matchup, at least what I consider a tough matchup for Alex. And the reason why she's a tough matchup is mainly because she's got really good walk speed. So she can pretty much just make you whiff your heavies and punish you very easily, and then put you in the corner. That's what makes Cammy pretty tough. Another reason why she's tough as well is because you can't really stay in Prowler stance. In fact, when she's got level 3, you can't even do anything in Prowler stance, because if you try to go in a Prowler stance and she got level 3, no matter where you're at on the screen, she's going to end up just hitting you with that level 3, and it's mad annoying. Another reason why Cammy's difficult is because of her dive kick, which already makes her a challenge to deal with, makes her hard to anti-air. But what I really don't like is that I'm just not there when it comes to anti-airing with Alex. With Alex, the problem is I'm very, I still make that mistake of doing a level 1 super instead of doing a DP, and it just has to do with a habit of not needing clean inputs, because the only other character I played that had a DP motion was Jury, and I never had the problem of doing a super with Jury, so so I was able to get away with dirty inputs when it comes to DPing with her, but I can't do that with Alex because of the way the input interpreter works. So it's kind of annoying. I was trying to get cute with a combo there. It would have been cool if I landed it, but unfortunately I didn't. But I did I was trying to DP there, but I got level 1. Fortunately, it worked out there. Alright, so this is my rank up set. So after I'm done with this set, with this dude, I will be able to rank up to Diamond 3. And as you guys can imagine, this matchup is really hard. He's a zoner, Dhalsim's a zoner, and so if he's a good Dhalsim player, I'm not getting in, and I have to play his game. Fortunately, I'm able to get away with my bullshit shenanigans, but if this was like a master rank Dhalsim who knew what we was doing, this would be a nightmare matchup. Him and JP are like easily the worst matchups in the game. And even though this Dhalsim's not good, he's actually doing a lot to disrupt my workflow. I can't do my flowchart, can't go into my shenanigans. I can't really play neutral because this guy can control space very well. Fortunately, my wake up level 1 super was successful, so I was able to do something here. But he made the right read. I went for a charge heavy, and he read that, so I end up taking notes of that. Whether I don't repeat that same mistake again is a completely different question. But yeah, I got him in burnouts pretty good. So basically, this is kind of a struggle, man. I'm just jumping around. I'm kind of just flailing around because getting in on Dhalsim is really hard, no matter who you play. But especially Alex, who's slow moving. So, you know, it happens. Overall, though, I end up winning the set, and I end up ranking up to Diamond 3 right afterwards. So after this set, I'm gonna end up playing a sneak peek preview of my next and final episode of Road to Master with Alex, and then after that, it'll pretty much be the end of the video. So I appreciate each and every one of you guys following my channel and all that, engaging, subscribing, going to my streams, all that. That helps out a lot. And obviously the biggest help of all is suggesting my channel to, you know, other people, going to Discord servers and saying, hey, check out this guy, Joey Central. He provides some really good content. Or if you guys know anybody that wants to learn Alex and they are struggling with him, and they want to find somebody who's gonna, you know, started off rough and ended up refining the and smoothing out the rough edges. I think that this Road to Master series is good for them. So appreciate each and every one of you guys who subscribe and follow and engage. It helps a lot for a small channel like mine. And basically, that's pretty much it for this video. Enjoy the last match, and then, like I said, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think is a really hard character to deal with on your road to master, and all that other stuff. Okay, you got this, Joey. You got this. Just one more match. One more match.